Ralo in his bag right now, man. He on some I don't give a type shit when it comes to speaking on Young Thug. He fed up. He tired of everybody playing with his name, so now he's just dropping facts. Everything he said about Young Thug on academics, straight facts. Straight facts. Like, Thug is the main reason why a lot of this bullshit went on. And it played a big, major part on the reason why the Atlanta era is over. So everybody keeps saying, Lil Baby got all the control and niggas fighting over him because Thug and Ralo going back and forth and they mention it Lil Baby name. No, it's Thug. Thug got the power. Thug make everybody pick sides. It's Lil Durk. He made Atlanta motherfuckers pick sides and other artists. Then you got Young Thug. They're the main two. Everybody else, it really ain't no picking sides. Now, it was a point in time in Atlanta where a lot of motherfuckers wasn't fucking with Jeezy because of Gucci. But that era right there is over with. It's over with for that. But at one point it was Gucci made a couple artists pick sides and shit like that, or it was a lot of artists, especially from the East, dissing Jeezy. Right? So but they had their personal issues with him. But still. Hey. But see, the main reason why Ralo keep bringing up Wham is because Ralo was really hurt about Lil Baby listening to Young Thug. Because Ralo feel he never did Lil Baby nothing wrong. He thought Lil Baby was his real friend. But Ralo know deep down, he know Lil Baby really not no real man. He can put it off on why I say he ain't no real gangster that's gonna stand on his own, make his own decisions. He can put it off on he's sticking to the code and all that stuff. If that's the case, you need to unfollow your Thug then. But Thug must got some type of fear or influence, or it could be both, power, it could be all of the above over all of these dudes. Ralo can feel, baby, how you gonna switch up on me when you ain't have 100% facts? But we don't know what type of information Lil Baby hearing. Maybe it's not just Young Thug. Maybe it was other rappers telling Baby not to fuck with Ralo. But Young Thug put the icing on the cake. And it just happened around that time. So Ralo think it was Thug. He couldn't know, but it was other rappers that told him, hey man, why you fucking with Ralo? Well, Ralo can spit back and be like, if that's the case, then why Lil Baby ain't cut me off when Future and Young Scooter gave Ralo his distance? They stopped fucking with him. So Lil Baby didn't listen to Future or Young Scooter. Not to say that they told him not to fuck with him, but he didn't go off their vibes. It took Young Thug. Whoever else told Baby why you fucking with Ralo, he didn't listen to because he still went over there and he was fucking with Ralo on camera. So, but Ralo don't understand how can Thug make you do that? It ain't like Thug no real monster. Because ain't no way Ralo can say he ain't never did nothing. What did he do? How he earned his stripes? Woody and these other gangsters put all the work in, not you. When we bring up Young Thug, we should hear he caught this hat, he caught that hat, now he paid this one or that one. He did it. So we don't really hear that. We don't really hear the stories of Young Thug just knocking out this one or that one and stuff like that. That's what Ralo's saying. He ain't never really controlled no blocks, and everybody just selling it for him before the music. Of course, if you get power from music, you can get motherfuckers to do shit for you. But before that, he never ran no blocks. He wasn't no big dog. See, you can't give a nigga a monster title or he run shit once he become a rapper and get all this fame. And of course, you'll get dudes to get up under you and do what you say then. You got to have it before the fame. That's when you're really organic with it. It shouldn't take for you to become a big superstar. So, yeah, that means Atlanta was doing a lot of capping for Young Thug. Atlanta was doing a lot of capping. But I'm going to say this. Peanut, are you happy? This your revenge. This your get back, Peanut. I say Peanut family, are y'all happy? This the revenge. This the get back. It ain't no karma. It's eye for an eye. If you say karma, you don't believe in God. God forgive and forget. So how is it karma? Karma by who? It ain't karma by God. Don't attach God's name. That's Allah or Jesus. Any God that forgive, you may can say Satan, but any God that forgive, you can't attach no karma. No. It's just eye for eye. You give what you put out. Thug, the reason why I say eye for eye, because Thug made a lot of people turn against Homie Quan, Lucci, he went at Future, he did some bullshit with Birdman and Wayne. Yeah. So now that same energy coming back on him. He made everybody turn against Gunna with the rat shit, that same energy. With the Gunna situation. Turn it back on him. If he was to get blowed down, that's still eye for eye. The same energy he gave that, it'll come back on him. It ain't no karma. But if you peanut people, if you peanut family, you need to be grabbing your popcorn and enjoying the show and watch the downfall. Enjoy the downfall. Embrace the downfall. Because everybody getting their turn. Everybody getting disposed. But I see you, Peanut, you smiling. Yeah, he's smiling in the grave right now. You understand? But let's get into what your thug was saying about we ain't gonna play everything, but we're gonna get into it a little bit.
My whole thing is, how in the okay, Wayne, I love Wayne to death. But let's go from the beginning. Who the started all this bullshit in Atlanta? Whoever started all this in the game, period. One, the first thing Thug did was try to turn Birdman against Lil Wayne. Take his album name, trot them up, that shit lame. Then he tell on the nigga that's supposed to handle the business. The second thing is
wait, slow down. Because I always thought it was so you believe that was Thug that kind of turned them against each other.
Nah, I wouldn't say that was the initiative because of course, but what I'm saying is when he got in that shit, why he had to name? I don't even want to do no lame shit like that and speak on it, but he ain't had to name him album the ball or nothing. That's everybody know Lil Wayne is Lil Wayne. He the motherfucking GOAT. Everybody know he had Carter 1, 2, 3. I'm just giving you emphasis.
All right, let's break that down. Now he said a whole bunch of truth. Now he saying Wayne, that's his nigga. I mean, Lil Baby Wham, that's his nigga. That's his boy and all that there. But it seems like Lil Baby don't feel the same way about you. So to still say that's my boy, that let you know Ralo feel hurt about that situation. Because he could go in on Lil Baby. He could go in. So really all Ralo wants from Lil Baby is a phone conversation. He don't want to go against Lil Baby because he could have easily dissed Lil Baby. So that means that really hurted him. You understand? Especially if you feel like he ain't told. But a lot of people in Atlanta do. And some people got proof. Ralo saying he got the dude. Y'all say he told on saying he ain't telling him. So it's going to always go back and forth. The people that feel like Ralo told going to feel like that. They ain't going to change their mind. The people that don't. Ralo feel like he did. He feel like he lied. Right? But Lil Baby, he put him in the middle, so he got to pick the code. But now, it's really fucked up because when he picked, he got a rat jacket. So now Lil Baby's stuck in the middle once again. First time he was stuck in the middle is between them two white boys at that party when he got ice cream sandwich and Oreo cookie. When he had a mushroom tip in the back and a mushroom tip in the front. Yeah. Now he's stuck in the middle again. This time, it ain't no mushroom tip in the front, in the back. It's beef, it's drama, it's chaos. It's disagreements. It's disrespect. With the white boys, he's smiling ear to ear, happy. In this situation, he'll be quiet, get mad if you bring it up to him, walk off on the interview, never speak on it, shit like that. Don't want no problems, really. So he's not gonna expose your thug or like diss him, because he don't really want no problems. Because whatever secrets your thug know, once everybody pin your thug to the corner, he gonna start telling other people secrets. Since y'all want to do him like that, he gonna start telling other people secrets. I can see that coming. You understand? So when it get to Lil Wayne, right? Of course, Thug gonna name his album Bar to Six when Thug already felt played by Lil Wayne. He looked up to Lil Wayne, he dressed like Lil Wayne, he rapped like Lil Wayne at one point, right? And then they come around Wayne, and Wayne don't embrace him. Wayne really don't fuck with him like that. Wayne don't even want to shake his hand. So now it made Thug think different about Lil Wayne. Grow a hatred for him. Yeah, we seen Wayne and Thug on stage and shit like that. But by the time, once you play a nigga on a handshake and you act funny towards him, and nigga don't never forget that. Because he held you so high up and you let him down. Like a kid meeting his favorite rapper and his favorite rapper don't acknowledge him. Especially when he feel like he your biggest fan. He'll fight niggas in the street about you, argue about you, and you don't embrace him. Especially if he got a hit record or he that guy. So of course he'll do little things like name his album Bar to Six, say little slick shit to Birdman, because he knew he could turn the industry against Lil Wayne like he did Homie Quan, Lucci, artists like that. But he can piss Lil Wayne off. He can handle Birdman light work and get rid of that Wayne situation. You don't think Thug thought like, if I get rid of Wayne, I'll be in Wayne's spot? Because at that point, Thug was dropping a lot of hit records back to back. He ain't never missed. So he probably felt like, I'm the new Lil Wayne. I get rid of that. So Ralo like, you gonna do that little bullshit there, and then you gonna tell on a nigga that's supposed to handle business? So, but yeah, I don't think Birdman told Thug to handle that. I just think Thug took it upon himself and tried to get it done. Or it could be Birdman did tell him to handle it. Like teach him a lesson. Let him know like, hey man, say man, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. I'm like God to you, Weezy. God give it, God take it away. Let me show you I can touch you. Let me show you. Or like I say, Thug just could have handled shit on his own. Trying to impress, trying to, take his spot. It was one of the ones. It was either Thug did that shit on his own, allegedly, or Birdman told him to do it. But yeah, man, Thug don't really have the same respect for Wayne no more. So that's why he did shit like that. That was the only way to get back at Wayne. You can't make the industry go against Wayne. You can't take him to war. So what you can do is sneak him, get him out the way, and piss him off. Name your album Bar to Six. And it bitch be fire. I remember people like Vlad and them was saying Barter 6 was better than any Lil Wayne Carter album. This around the time when your thug didn't miss everything that he dropped was bangers. But Birdman need to understand too, you could have never really trusted Thug 100%. It should have just been business because ain't no way he's supposed to be talking about you, saying your name, telling the police what really happened. Why you beefing with this one? Why this happened? Why that happened? So nah, man, like Birdman need to keep his circle straight New Orleans, small, or Louisiana. All the outsiders keep it business. Cause you never know when they get into situations like that, you don't know what they'll say. So it's a good thing that Birdman ain't never tell Thug to go handle that, which would have gave him room to be like, kind of like what Govan did, but Birdman ain't passed away, but put it on the dead, but he ain't passed away, but it would have gave him the room to, if they want to give me all this time, hey, I know something on Birdman. So I don't think Birdman told Thug and them, hey, go handle that. So Birdman played smart. Like I say, you don't gotta tell a nigga to go do that. They already know. Or Birdman could have said that and he just keeping it real on that. He ain't gonna let them know that.
From beginning to the end, all he ever did was do lame shit. The whole motherfucking shit is about this doing lame shit. Then he turned on Rich Homie Quan, tried to turn the whole world against Rich Homie Quan, and then at the same time, before this man death, he told us out his own mouth that this was one of the darkest times of his life. Then he turned around and took the whole world against Wildfire and Lucci. Whole world. Everybody go against Lucci. Everybody go against, what's that name? Yeah, he tried to turn everybody against Lucci. Now, all these three things is 100%. Everybody can go back and look at this. This ain't from Ralo. Then he turned around, he was beefing with Future, calling my phone, fuck Future, calling Future, like going back and forth on the internet. Boom. Then he turned around, he see Gunna surpassing every nigga in the industry. Now he called to the street, turn everybody in the world against Gunna and say, oh.
All right, once again, Ralo ain't speaking nothing but the truth. He fed up. Let's start with Rich Homie Quan. I feel when that Thug situation happened, Rich Homie Quan really got on opiates and pills and lean heavy. Yeah, like it really made him depressed. It really stressed him out. It really broke his heart. It broke his drive to make music. It just crushed Rich Homie Quan as an artist, as a man, which then sped up his death. Because, like, meaning, like, sped up his time on Earth. Because he got on more drugs, depressed, he's stressed, spending way more money, not making the music the same no more. Which Rich Homie Quan, Rich Homie Quan didn't understand why Thug didn't understand he made a mistake. He made a mistake. Like, why I can't say I'm sorry and we make things right and we get back to making music. You see what I'm saying? Rich Homie Quan wanted to be a solo artist, which he picked up to play a multi-million-dollar play with Rich Gang to be a solo artist, and it didn't take off like it would have if he would have stayed with the Rich Gang. Like, Birdman and them could look at it like, you left us, but you didn't go to the top of the moon. You wanted to be a solo artist, but you didn't take off like Future. You still made a couple bangers, but you didn't never, after Rich Gang, it never was a summer after that Rich Homie Quan was the hottest artist with nothing better than Rich Homie Quan after the Rich Gang thing. It wasn't. So you didn't never reach your peak. You didn't never really, like, break no records. do yourself. Like, you ain't never just have the rap game in your hand. Like, it's Rich Homie Quan, then it's everybody else. It never was like that for you. So for you to pick up this play, you didn't understand the door. You still could have did your solo thing, but you should have rolled that Rich Gang wave until it ran out. Then you could have went back and did your solo thing. Or you could have pieced it out. You could have still did Rich Gang and still dropped your solo album. You could have did both. Just like how Jeezy did Boys in the Hood and still was a solo artist. Now, it still took up at the end, but he did both. He dropped the Boys in the Hood. He dropped the Thug Motivation. You didn't never get to drop no Rich Gang. Y'all did mixtapes, but not no real album. So Birdman and Thug can feel like you were just over there for the momentum, to get the push, to get the stamp. Then you ran back. You can run back over there to TIG, think it's a game, and go up. So they can feel like you used them. So Birdman can put the battery in Thug back to go at him. Then you had Nut, he was in the way. So Birdman really can feel like, and Thug can really feel like you did that because you had people in your ear, not because you really wanted to. That's what you're going to use, but it's really because your CEO and think it's a game and nothing them, like, nah. But then the CEO and Nut can be like, that ain't the case. He could have did the deal with Cash Money, but you got to pay the bag. You got to pay the bag. Maybe that contract wasn't right. Yeah, maybe that contract wasn't right. You know how the Birdman contract be. So, the CEO think it's a game. He could have been like, man, I would have been with that play. Why wouldn't I? That's more money, but if the contract ain't right, you trying to, like, cut me out. You can't do that.
Like, they wasn't going to let Birdman pimp their artists more than they pimping them. You ain't finna get over on us. We ain't even doing them like this, even though Rich Homie Quan would have made more money with Rich Gang than he did with TIG. They both, like, the owner of TIG, Birdman, both bidding over somebody they can really, like, pimp. So TIG, like, you can pimp them too, but I need mine. You can't pimp me with it or count me out. Birdman, like, I'm gonna take your artist to a level that you can't take your artist. You ain't gonna spend more marketing dollars behind these records. He can't. I can get Rich Homie Quan with Nicki Minaj, Future, Drake, Wayne, Tiger, other street artists, including Thug. What you gonna do for him? So, if you Rich Homie Quan, man, that's a hard choice to make, because you know your career will go here with Rich Homie Quan. I mean, with Birdman and Young Thug. You know you'll make more money, but you don't want to seem like you that nigga towards the people that brought you in. You already seem like that towards me you just met. Plus, you really don't want to be in the group. Rich Homie Quan ain't had nobody in his corner that can tell him, hey man, the best move, right? I know you want to be solo, but the best thing right now for your career is go ahead and ride this wave. Once this wave get ran out, you can make a lot of solo records, but once this wave get ran out, then you can do your solo thing. Because somebody also could tell Rich Homie Quan, go ahead and go over here, the Rich Gang. Yeah, it could be a bad deal or whatever, but you're gonna build your catalog and you're gonna make more money per show. So even if you gotta give Birdman a percentage to perform them Rich Gang songs, you never knew. Rich Homie Quan didn't know what type of hit records they was gonna make and create and who Birdman was gonna link them with, and they do these records. Maybe Rich Homie Quan could have got a song with Drake and Nicki and all these dudes. So, I mean, all these people. So, Rich Homie Quan could have been getting deep into 6 figures per show, because that wave would have kept going. he would have stayed in his prime. But he ain't had nobody really preaching that to him. They saying, if we're gonna do the deal, they gotta pay this, but you wanna be solo anyway. They ain't really telling him about politics. Didn't nobody sit Rich Homie Quan and tell him that, hey, this industry is not really about talent and what you wanna do. It's about relationships and politics. So if you fuck over the right relationship, or the wrong relationship, I mean, and you fuck over the wrong politics, they could kill your career, or it could force you to get on drugs. It'll kill you slowly. Sometimes people tell artists no, or CEOs no, and they be the end of their career, or they'll never shake back to what the fans really love from them. So yeah, it was plenty nights that Rich Homie Quan was taking pills, drinking lean, smoking, and he was like, man, I should have just did the deal with Thug. When he started getting that backlash and he ain't got to drive to make music no more, and the family not talking to him because he telling them no. Females, they tripping. Everybody using him. He just not happy. He get a lot of love. He got the fans screaming still, but he just not happy. It was plenty of nights where he tell himself like, man, I should have just rolled that shit out with Thug and Birdman, because I wouldn't be feeling like this. Maybe, yeah, TIG, the owner of TIG, he would have been talking shit to me, but I would have been so high up on the top level, I wouldn't have heard it. It wouldn't have, yeah, it would have been different. I would have had more people in my corner. See, the owner of TIG, he couldn't have made what Young Thug did to Rich Homie Quan, turn the industry against him. The owner of TIG can't do that. He ain't got that pull over artists. He ain't got that. Yeah, Lucci may not work with you, but you wouldn't need Lucci. But fucking over Birdman and Thug, a lot of people are turned against you. A lot of doors are closed. Doors wouldn't have closed if you would have fucked over TIG and just did the deal anyway behind his back. But now, picking TIG would have worked if Rich Homie Quan didn't let what Thug was saying and everybody turning his back on him really tear him down, stress him out, make him get on drugs heavy, take the drive out of him. Rich Homie probably still would have went up, staying that still going in mode. You see what I'm saying? He still would have went up, but he let that shit get the best of him, and it took his life. But Rich Homie Quan ain't had no friend like me. They tell him like, man, you may need to run with this move, or man, I know you in the middle of this shit, that you gotta make a decision. Politics, relationships is stronger than talent. Motherfucker, they can block doors, gatekeepers is stronger than talent. Like, I guess what Birdman told Rich Homie without saying it, but you think your talent that good, you think your talent is all you need, let's see how far you make it in this rap game, in this industry. And yeah, man, then you got other mo talking shit about you too. It just wasn't no good look. He couldn't overcome it. Some other artists, they can fall out with that and don't sign to that or whatever, and they can still shake back and remain at the level they at or go higher and still, you know, rock out. Other artists, they can't take it. So yeah, that was the downfall of Rich Homie Quan. That's really like if Thug got any hats, if he ain't really got no real hats, if he got hats, that was another one without doing anything to him. Yeah, he at least get a headband or something. Yeah, he don't get no hat, he at least get a headband. Cause yeah, man, a lot of that drug taking and just going in a dark space and not coming out of that bitch until you went to a dark place. But Thug, that Rich Gang run, he played a whole big part of that. Yeah, majority of that.
I really feel like when Thug turned everybody against Rich Homie, which it wasn't hard to do because Rich Homie Quan wasn't the hottest artist. See, it's easy to flip on a nigga when you're not the hottest artist or and you call him, he can't guarantee you no hit record. It's way more easier. Now, most can still do it. We seen them do it. We seen artists do it to YoungBoy. YoungBoy the hottest thing, and they still flipped on him. Now, when they do that, it's because it's too many big dogs that's flipping on him. So it's a safe net to do that. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Okay. Say Rich Homie Quan was like a young boy. He was a real big artist, like Future, something like that, right? It'd be easy to still flip on him if all the other big dogs have flipped on him too. So you just join the bandwagon because it's the winning team that's flipping on him. It's not nobody solo or just two artists just doing it. It's 21 Savage, it's Lil Baby, it's Future, it's this one and that one. It's all these artists. Then you got the street artists. Even Ralo was dissing Rich Homie Quan. Then Rich Homie Quan on top of that doing bad business with this one and that one. So, yeah, you could do it like that. But if it was just, it'd have been different with YoungBoy, right? Let's say it was just Lil Durk that had an issue with YoungBoy, and nobody else would have backed Lil Durk. Most would be with YoungBoy. But they take a lot of, because you got to think, when artists pick sides, they got to factor in the money that could be made. So if all the big dogs on one side, then it's really not a loss. Because you could be like, 21 Savage could be like, I could make some bangers with YoungBoy. But they was cool at one point. I can get a lot of money with YoungBoy, but if I choose this side and everybody over here, I get way more money with them because we gonna keep working. But YoungBoy, you'll pick his side like Rich the Kid did. He may do a tape with you, but it's not like y'all gonna just keep making records and records and records and really hang with each other and really rock, you know what I'm saying? Not just do music. So it was a smarter business move to go against YB. So that's how they'll do. Same thing with Rich Homie Quan. It was a smart business move. It ain't no L. Everybody fucking with Thug. Why wouldn't you go against Rich Homie Quan? All you gotta do is put it in your head. I don't need them for no hooks. I don't need them for no songs. So yeah, man. I feel like that Thug shit really drove Rich Homie Quan to really take more drugs than he was, which caused him to lose his life because he was just, that shit broke him. That shit destroyed him on the inside. So who else he talk about? And the same thing with Lucci. It was easy to pick Thug's side over Lucci because at the time, Lucci, he didn't have the industry in his hand. He wasn't making hit records. Far as like, he had bangers, right? He did have a hit record, but he didn't make them far as like, he topping the charts #1, #2. He the hottest in the game. It never was like that. It's like that right now for him. Like he bigger than he ever been right now. So it was easy to go against Lucci when Thug already then created the winning team. He already then created the winning team. They all networking. See, Lucci went in the brick factory. So he didn't build them bonds like Thug did. They played a big part. So you got to think, Migos, Pee Wee Longway, Cool Rich Paulo Wong, Rich Quan, he was over there. Rich Homie Quan, he did some tracks. He did a mixtape with Gucci in the Brick Factory. You had Young Scooter, Future, everybody over there working, seeing each other. Young Dolph, everybody over there working. So Lucci not there, so he not building these bonds. He over there think it's a game. So by this time, all these dudes friends anyway. So it make better business sense to rock with Thug, to go against Lucci. You ain't got to diss him, just don't rock with him. So to not have that winning team on your side and you still can make hit records, keep yourself relevant, that says a lot. That says a lot about Lucci right now. Even then, That says a lot about Gunna. Another artist that Thug did that to, that Ralo didn't mention, is Sauce Walker. You don't think your Thug blackballed Sauce Walker? Sauce Walker calling him out and shit like that, going at him. And this in Future too. So that same winning team said to themselves, we ain't fucking with Sauce Walker. We ain't giving him no features. We ain't giving him no promo. We ain't even gonna speak on his name. That nigga better go to Memphis. You better go to Memphis if you want a feature. So who was fucking with Sauce Walker? Lucci. Lucci was. It wasn't too many Atlanta rappers fucking with Sauce Walker. They may do it now. The Migos did one track. Then they flipped because they fell out. I think it was really Offset though. But you know, they won't ride with their gang, so Takeoff and Quavo joined in. But I think the issue was with Offset. But yeah, it's a good thing Sauce Walker is his own boss and he can create. He got his own sound. And Texas so big, he didn't need them Atlanta niggas. He gonna put so much flavor in your ear, he gonna drop so much sauce. He didn't need them Atlanta niggas for help. Just like how 50 Cent didn't need them New York niggas to jump on them songs for help. So that says a lot about an artist. That shit did break him. So Thug got a lot of power. He had a strong army over there. So that's the winning team. If Thug don't like you, pretty much, the producers, they ain't gonna rock with you. Southside, yo, he didn't nigga talking. Metro Boomin. Thug can call all these dudes, hey man, don't work with that artist, don't fuck with him. Don't do that, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it was the same shit for Lucci. It's just Lucci took him to war. Lucci ain't roll over like Rich Homie Quan, but Rich Homie Quan didn't have the army. He didn't have the squad. Or he wasn't on there. He was more hurt than like, all right, let's go to war. Who else Ralo speak on? Oh, Future. I think with that situation, Future was just competition. Now Thug, Future another one that Thug couldn't get everybody to turn against. He couldn't get everybody to turn against Future. Same thing with Wayne. Free bands, Future already in the build. Future was already making bigger songs than Thug. So Future already to build that fan base. He already to build them bonds in Atlanta. Mother with a big size. In the beginning, Thug didn't understand he needed Future on his team to complete that, dream team. Because now, if Thug don't fuck with you, at that point, I don't know about now, but at that point, if Thug don't fuck with you, Future don't, 21 Savage don't, Lil Baby don't, and all the other artists. So, that's a dream team right there. Lil Durk don't. But before, it wouldn't have been like that. Without Future, it ain't gonna be like that. So, he ain't understand that at first. So, like I say, it was just competition. He thought, going at him was more beneficial. Or he could move him from his spot. He in a way. Same way how Diddy blocked Wu-Tang. They all over the radio. Hey, man, tell Hot 97 stop playing Wu-Tang records. Same shit. It really wasn't no street issue. It was because YSL niggas that did shit to free bands. Ain't nobody did nothing to Casino. Ain't nobody did nothing to Mexico Ran from YSL, Scooter, or Maceo, or any free band artist at that time. OGWD. So it wasn't that. Nigga don't owe you no money. So other than that, it had to be either a female. It could be like that too. Like Future probably one of the third females or some shit like that, or vice versa. I don't know who started it, But I say more so either female and competition or just competition. So that's what Future. And then with Gunna, he seen Gunna passing everybody, including him. One thing an artist don't like is when they sign an artist and they become hotter than them. So that's how Gucci and Walker fell out. Gucci to put all his work in, label after label. SYS. Gucci was signed to SYS, Sign Yourself. He was signed to Big Cat. He was signed to Atlantic. He was signed to Mosaic. He had to go through all these different labels, make all these songs, put all his marketing dollars behind these records. And then here come Walker, first song, it take off. Oh, let's do it. Second song, I don't know if the second song, Hard in the Pain, Road Street Party, No Hands. So he already into it, doing tours and doing coliseums and doing strip clubs and more people screaming his name. Gucci don't like that. When Gucci dropping all these mixtapes, Gucci was hot in the streets, but as far as like the charts and being a superstar, nah. Walker blew past him. As far as like hit records, Walker blew past him. So yeah, and then all the young niggas wanted to be like Walker or look like him, had the dreads like him. You know how many niggas grew dreads because of Walker? I ain't gonna say down south, no. But in the Midwest, yeah. In other parts of the country, the South, nah, Walker can't claim that. We been having dreads. But Midwest, up north, out west, he made some of these dudes grow dreads. Walker really brought that shit back. Like, he changed the game. Walker going crazy right now. With the songs he got right now, he going stupid. Walker back. But yeah, artists don't like that shit. They don't want you to outshine them. That's why you shouldn't sign to no artists. There's only a couple artists that don't mind you shining harder than them. So Moneybagg Yo one. Moneybagg Yo one. You know, sometimes people make mistakes, so I'm pretty sure Fat and Moneybagg Yo done fell out about business. But you know, you'll learn. Make mistakes, you'll learn. But I feel like Moneybagg Yo, a good CEO, I don't think he'll hate or step on your toes. You see what I'm saying? Because right now, Fat is hotter than Moneybagg Yo in the streets. But Moneybagg Yo is a bigger artist than Fat. But in the streets, Fat is hotter than Moneybagg Yo. But on a superstar level, no. But Fat ain't got to that level yet to give him competition. But I don't think Bag a hater. The people who fell out with Bag, and it was about bread game, they not doing their part either. They not dropping top tier records. They not the same Bag stepping on your toes. You not giving your all though. So it ain't like you got the hottest song in the country and Bag ain't giving you the marketing dollars. He ain't giving you this. He ain't putting this behind this record. He ain't promoting it right. Y'all just making street records and dropping videos to them and sitting on the label. Y'all not really bringing bread game, the label, a lot of money. These niggas falling out with Moneybagg Yo. Y'all not bringing the ones he done kicked off the crew or he ain't fucking with no more. Y'all didn't never bring bread game, the label, a whole bunch of money. Don't count show money and feature money is making money for bread game. That's your money. So you complain, Bag ain't do this, Bag ain't do that. You didn't never do what you're supposed to do as an artist. If Bag gave me $200,000, I'm supposed to turn that bitch into at least $2 million. Then the nigga ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Now, Bag always in the wrong. But you can't be complaining about, man, Bag won't let me drop an album. What you need to drop an album for? You're not the hottest thing in the streets. Man, I've been sitting on bread game for 2-3 years. You ain't the hottest nigga on bread game. You still won't let me drop an album. You don't need to drop no album. What we gonna spend $250,000 behind your album for when don't nobody want to hear that shit? They barely want to suck your stripping love dick. So don't nobody want to hear that music. The hoes don't even want to smash on you like that. So you need to work harder. Who told you to reward yourself? And to thinking you could drop an album because you've been on bread game 2-3 years. And we don't know all your songs and we don't care to hear your shit in the club and on the radio and nothing like that, and you ain't get booked 3 or 4 times a week. Yo, you don't deserve, if you don't do more shows than Boosie, or you ain't hotter than Boosie, then no, you can't drop no album. No! Ain't no way Boosie should be outworking you, and you a new artist, and you just signed a Bread Gang or CMG or this, and you ain't doing 3 or 4 shows a week. Zen there deserves to drop an album if he want to. He hot in the streets. Big extra plug in them. These are niggas who would talk heavy. They would sign under artists, and they wouldn't get what they deserve. Like Boss Man D-Lo can drop an album because at one point he was the hottest thing in the streets. But you think because you got 500,000 views, 700,000 views on YouTube, you can give us some news that we can use? No, man. But I get to switch it, getting off topic, going into this, but it's still a game though. But like I'm saying, you sign into these artists like if you sign under Kodak another one. He gonna get jealous of you. He gonna do you dirty. Spin the Ben just got knocked off what he said in the song. Kodak did me dirty. All the artists that be signed to Sniper Game, man, them niggas ain't happy. The ones that still up really ain't happy. They just ain't got nowhere else to go. Ain't no other label gonna pick them up, so they might as well just go with the flow. But man, hell no. He gonna get jealous. If you get any type of success as him, he ain't gonna like that. So a lot of these niggas ain't ready to be CEOs. They just want to be. They just want to be. They want to be the top tier guy. Yo Gotti, you can sign to him. Young Dolph, you can sign to him. Key Glock, you can sign to him. Key Glock ain't gonna get jealous if you hotter than him. He just gonna get some money with you. I don't understand. Why would you want your artist to be hotter than you if you're the CEO? If you gave him the contract, why would you want that? Just sit back, collect the money. So don't compare yourself to Birdman and Master P and P from QC. Don't say you want to be like them if you don't want your artist to be hotter than you. You ain't ready. This is why they don't never sign artists that they know will be hotter than them. That's why they'll sign number shooters and dudes in the city. They don't never go and give this artist 400,000-500,000 that they know that's the hottest thing in the street. They don't do that. It'll take an artist like Yo Gotti to do it or major label. They don't never do that. If you notice that, these rappers don't never sign other big dogs. They don't never do it. What artist then sign an artist besides Gucci Mane with Pooh Shiesty? What artist then sign an artist and they done got so hot in the streets and they don't become jealous? Moneybagg Yo the only one who got one, really. Oh, we do got Lil Baby. It ain't been too many artists that signed the artist and he became so hot and he ain't get jealous. What artist? Future ain't did it because Young Scooter ain't never become hotter than just as hot as Future. He didn't. Scooter always stayed making street music. So if you don't compete on the Billboard charts, you can't say Scooter was hotter than Future in the streets at one point because Future always still dropped mixtapes. So he was always still competing with Scooter. You know what I'm saying? You can't really. It never was a point where when Scooter was in his prime, that Future stopped dropping mixtapes to let Scooter just shine. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that was a bad thing, but it ain't too many artists. You got Lil Baby and Ralo, but was Ralo ever the hottest in the streets? Or do he just be doing his thing and he got his own fan base and he make good music? Who else? We seen Gucci do it with Waka. We seen Gucci, but it went left. I said that don't get jealous. It ain't too many artists. They ain't gonna do it. They gonna just sign niggas that they know ain't gonna really go nowhere. Look at Lil Durk and OTF. How can Moneybagg Yo afford to get an artist like Fat, but Lil Durk can't sign an artist like Fat or sign an artist like EG? How couldn't Lil Durk give an artist like EG 400,000-500,000, 700,000? Or whatever each he got. Or when your guy that gave Black Youngster $200K for the advance and all of that, why he couldn't give an artist $1 million deal or $500K and $200K advance or $700K, $200K advance? Why he couldn't do that? When they spending that same type of money on jury. When the jury not gonna bring that type of money back. It's just gonna juice up the image. That's all it's gonna do. When you buying a whole bunch of jury, it don't make the promoters have to pay you buku money for a show because you got all the jury. It may give you a couple extra thousand, but them hit records was gonna make the promoter pay you for a show. When you become the hottest in the game and you sign up under an artist and you got some dirt on your name, especially if you told on your artist, especially if you told on your CEO, you ain't gonna think business. You definitely gonna try to tear him down. Or you will see that the people love him when you do that, and you just playing everybody like you really don't like them. But you dissing them because you see the numbers going up every time you do that. So the bigger checks coming in. Maybe Thug can feel like Gunna bigger without me working with him. Me turning everybody against him, making him bigger. If we still fuck with him, it'll still be like how it was. But me turning against him, make the fans fuck with him more, make people listen to him more, which I get bigger checks. So why would I fuck with him when we making more money dissing him? But y'all don't see that. Y'all see why I should be fucking with him. But I'm telling y'all, Gunna wouldn't sell when he sell, or y'all wouldn't love him like y'all do if I was fucking with him. It would have been the same. It would have been the same. Gunna wouldn't have made these type of records because he would have nothing against them. You see what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be no pressure on him. There's a lot of pressure on Gunna. So now he gonna make the best records he can. If it was all good and everybody fuck with him, he'd just be spitting out anything. Because everybody will jump on it. But when you got everybody against you, it forces you to make good music. It forces you to make good music. So why would I fuck with him? When y'all loving everything. I'm making more money, I'm the CEO. So these are the conversations that fans and other people that's not in them circles, you won't hear these type of conversations, but that's a business move too. It could be like that. 50 Cent didn't do it with Game. 50 could have easily gave Game the smoke and went back with him, back and forth. But Game was still signed to G Unit. When Game was saying G you not, and Game was doing the 300 bars and 200 bars and dissing 50 on every song in G Unit, and he made the second album, Doctor's Advocate, all of that, he was still signed to G Unit. 50 still getting that money. So why? That's why he told G Unit, don't be dissing Game like that. You think Banks, he could have had Banks, Buck, Spider Loc, all these dudes going at Game head. Game was outnumbered. But 50 told him, hey, nah, I'm still getting money on this, so why would I destroy something that I'm getting paid from? 50 had way more fans. He just wasn't saying that. All the beats that y'all think 50 lost, 50 could have easily won them on record. He just didn't give it no attention. He could have won the D-Block thing. He didn't give them no attention because he felt like they was bums. You see what I'm saying? Like, he could have just kept going back and forth and had the unit like, hey, y'all niggas just diss them as much as y'all can. Like, it would have been easy. It would have been easy. Let alone they can do records together, dissing Game. You don't think, okay, Game come with a diss record, dissing the whole unit come together, and they diss Game. But nah, if I'm still getting these chicks from Game, I don't need to destroy that because I know the fans I got gonna overwhelm his situation. Even if Game making way better diss records, he's still gonna lose because 50 fans not gonna let him lose. So why would I destroy that? I know I got the power and the influence to destroy that. So why would I do that? I gotta understand business. If you don't, that's what I'm here for. I'm gonna break it down. So you would feel like Game destroyed G Unit, but G Unit wasn't giving him no energy because 50 told them not to. So why would Thug? But I mean, in this situation, when Thug this Gunna, he seen the number shoot up. So he like, it's kind of different for Thug than it was for 50 in Game. The number shoot up. So I'm gonna keep dissing. Or it ain't that. It's just coming with that, and Thug ain't doing it because the number shooting up. He doing it because he don't really fuck with him. Or he can really hate Gunna so much because he really just like him, and he really want to be cool with him. And he did the same shit Gunna did, or really not the same, worse. He did way worse than Gunna. But he can't because the street politics. But he really want to fuck with Gunna. That's who can save Thug's career. It ain't Future. It ain't Lil Baby. It ain't 21 Savage. It's Gunna. That's y'all chemistry. That's the chemistry. That's the Kobe and Shaq. That's the Michael Jordan and Pippen or Dennis Rodman, whatever you want to say. That's the duo. Like Boosie and Webby. Thug and Gunna. Styles and Jada. Havoc and Prodigy. 50 and Banks. The chemistry. Come on, man. But Thug can't do it because the politics. Now Gunna ain't gonna do it. So, like I say, the best thing for Thug to do is fuck with Lucci. But now Lucci can't even fuck with Thug. Because if we giving Lucci all the credit for being the realest, how can you go back and fuck with Thug? You can't do it now. Or we're gonna take that right back from you. So now it's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late. So shit all fucked up, man. But yeah, man, like this shit crazy, man. Y'all already know my videos gonna be different. I'm gonna give it to you raw, like Soulja Slim first album on No Limit. Y'all didn't go buy in 1998. Y'all ain't go to the store and go buy Soulja Slim, give it to him raw. So I gotta give it to you raw because you supposed to win double platinum on that, and y'all ain't buy it. So we're gonna keep that album title alive. We're gonna give it to him raw.
Whatever Wham said go against, he turned Wham against Gunna. He turned everybody against her. Then me and Lil Baby, we go to the Dennis. I'm getting my ticket. Then you know, Lil Baby walking me home. He happy to see me. He put old Thug bitch ass. He pull another evil stunt. Oh, let me call it. All this nigga did. Everything that done happened in Atlanta, everybody going against each other. Why? Because he's been doing nothing but whole shit around the wall. He thought he was Pablo Escobar. He sitting there like he John got or something. Nigga, you a street. Nigga, you ain't did nothing in these streets. You ain't put in no work. Woody put in all the work. Like, none of it, you ain't do nothing on your case. So what I'm saying is, all this nigga doing is bitch ass shit, bro.
Hey, let me ask you a question. And by the way, I feel like you're giving me you're kind of summing up a lot of stuff here, but you said that he's
now with that right there, what Ralo saying, I feel like Thug still had some grudge against Ralo because they were beefing. Ralo used to shoot at Young Thug. He used to shoot at him. So at the time when Thug really didn't want that smoke with Ralo, because I think eventually Ralo would have got lucky and popped Thug. Behind the scenes, Thug was waving the white flag. He was still going to jewelers through a third party saying good things about Ralo, even though Ralo was getting at him every time he seen him. And still saying, man, I fuck with Ralo. Tell that nigga you hard. Or if he about some jury, man, that piece hard. And then to get back to Ralo, he like, this nigga said that. And then Ralo just found it in his heart to say, all right, it's over with. But at the time, Ralo had a real street team behind him, which he still do. And Ralo had, Ralo a real one. Thug knew, hey, I don't need this right here can really turn deadly. It's gonna stop me from doing this and this. These other niggas pussy. Ralo the real deal, so I need to go ahead and squash this if I can. I don't need that Bam Goon smoke right now because I need to move around Atlanta how I want to. I need to be able to go everywhere. So if I can squash this and get him a record or embrace him and which gonna boost his career up. It'll look good on his and mine, but it's still that nigga. I don't really fuck with that nigga. He probably could have told niggas in YSL, I don't really fuck with Ralo like that, but I'ma use him because we don't need that smoke. We got other bigger fish to fry, so let's squash this. Niggas will do that. He could tell that to me, and I'd be like, yeah, that's a good move. We'll do that. We don't really put that nigga like, but we can use him. We don't really need that smoke because these niggas that's in these spots right here, they really PUSSY, and we gonna step on their necks, and we gonna bully them, and we gonna do this, but we don't really need this because beefing with him, we fuck around and lose a couple members that's really important to the YSL brand. This artist can't go over here, this artist can't go over there. Ralo, at this time, he real cool with Scooter and K Blacker and all these dudes and free bands, and a lot of real street niggas embrace him, so we don't really need that. I'm one of the hottest things in the street, so why wouldn't he want to put me? Now we're trying to become a rapper. That was the best thing for Thug right there. To hear Ralo trying to become a rapper instead of a full-time stepper, enforcer, or a trapper. He's trying to get in this rap game, so he need the relationships. See, Ralo found that out real quick. See, when Ralo first came in the game, Ralo did buy himself, he bought his way in the game, you know, because he had the money. He really living his raps. That's how you know a lot of these rappers be broke because, they be lying about really being a kingpin and really having these bricks and shit like that, because if they did, you would have came in the game like how Ralo did, like how OJ the Juice Man did. You don't need to get no deal to get the rap startup kit. You would come in the game with that. So you would come in the game and Future look at your wrist like, this nigga got the same watch I do. This nigga got the same cars I do. And Ralo was smart too. Like how Z and them telling everybody to finance cars and credit this, all of them. Ralo was smart like that too. Ralo just didn't know about the real estate game. He didn't know that you could flip these houses and make all this money. Maybe he wouldn't have been trapping like how he was. But Ralo did know that he needed to build credit. So that's why he wasn't cashing out on Lamborghinis and Hellcats. He'd finance it and build his credit up. So Ralo been smart. Ralo gonna be smart anyway because he an Aquarius. So these niggas ain't gonna beat the Aquarius. Nigga like Kevin Gates, nigga like Birdman, Ralo and them, they Aquarius like me. So you can't lose because you're Aquarius and nigga, you the best. If you're Aquarius, you can't lose. They got to kill you. You gonna have your team. You gonna remain a boss. And Ralo got a better heart than all these niggas. Really, I look how Ralo feed his team, the stuff he do, the cribs he buy, the real estate, when he preach. Ralo really a better nigga than a lot of these artists. All the artists that everybody respect, I look at what he do for his team and what he bringing to the table. Then I'm looking at everybody else, and Ralo's still doing all this with all this hate against them. To me, Ralo is a better nigga than all these niggas in Atlanta that, I ain't gonna say all of them, but most of them. Because you can never say all. Because God would just make somebody better than everybody. So that's not true. But a lot of these niggas that we can name, they make better music than Ralo. Ralo, as a man, is better than these niggas. He is. To me. So when everybody was fucking with Ralo, he was still feeding niggas, housing niggas, buying apartment complex, and doing shit like that. So God, which is a lot for him, not gonna take all Ralo money. Because Ralo feed too many families. His heart too big. Yeah, let's really compare now. God, even if it's Satan, God gonna always bless Ralo because Ralo feed a lot of people. Even though how Ralo coming off right now with the disrespect to Thug and everybody, this the Ralo that we want to see. This how Ralo got big in the rap game. This the shit that he came in the rap game doing. So Ralo got to understand, this is what we want to see from you. You need to do like how you did before. As an artist, be disrespectful, come at all these dudes. I bet you Ralo will see an increase in his music and his shows and everything if he keep coming with this disrespect. But on the flip side of it, in real life, you give back, you create more homes, more housing, more jobs, stuff like that. Send niggas to trade school, make niggas get their CDLs, all that. Yeah. Just like how Charles White said he was doing. He did say everybody on the internet, but in real life, he doing positive stuff. Even though Ralo doing it on a way bigger level as far as like with the real estate and other stuff. But Charleston did it on the bigger level as far as like he was a community activist and stuff like that. Right? But to me, I think Ralo is a more realer nigga. The only thing y'all got on Ralo is y'all think he told. But he is a better man than all the other niggas that I'm seeing. To me, I think Ralo is a good nigga to have as a friend. To me. Look what he do when he get his money. He don't gotta do that. So it'll be hard, bro. If I'm Fangoon, ain't no way I wouldn't lose my life for Ralo. Because he do too much for us. So the beef with Ralo, I don't think that's a smart idea unless you really got a real army. If you ain't really got a real army, that's why Ralo can stick his chest out so much because he got an army behind him because he do so much for him. And the other niggas, they got way more money than Ralo and way more fame. They not doing that for they niggas. They gonna buy a mansion for themselves. They not gonna buy no apartment complex. Nah, we ain't finna do Ralo like that. They ain't gonna do that. They gonna buy all the jewelry for themselves. They ain't gonna, they may give a nigga a label chain, but they're not gonna give a nigga rent-free housing. They keep building and building and building and building. They're not gonna keep doing that. They ain't gonna do it. Period. They may buy a big mansion and let niggas stay there, but they're not gonna buy no apartment complex when the Lamborghini truck just came out, when the Ferrari truck just came out, when they gotta go get a double R and they gotta go press these holes and they gotta go do that. So we ain't gonna do that to Ralo. Ralo is more of a realer nigga than these other rappers. If they not, then we talking about realer. If they not, then why we can't say that when we talk about this artist and that one, why they ain't doing? They should be outdoing him in that field right there. These niggas ain't building up the black community. So that's my advice to Ralo. Hey, we love when you disrespect like what you doing to Thug. That bully Ralo. That's what we like. We don't like the peaceful Ralo as an artist. Ralo, understand. We don't like the peaceful Ralo. We like this one, the disrespectful one. And then in real life, you just have a good heart like you got. And keep doing what you're doing. Ralo portfolio it's already skyrocketing. So Ralo the type of guy, he don't have to really make a lot of money. In a minute, I'm telling you, he don't got to be the big dog and have hit records. Because his portfolio, real estate and other businesses, man, once Ralo here, Aquarius, so once he really figure it out, oh, I need to be doing this and put the money, okay, I'm putting all the money into this. You know how big his real estate portfolio would be if he knew about this back then when he was selling dog food and he was flying all the pounds on the plane. That nigga probably had 200-300 cribs, 100 cribs probably. Because he would have been dumping all the money into real estate. Now, I can't say the Fed probably would have took most of it, but he would have had, I'm telling you, he would have. He would have been dumping all the money into that. So, yeah, man. I don't think you niggas can compare yourself to Ralo. Unless you're going to say, I got more hit records and more money and shit like that. But I don't think, to me, Thug is not more of a gangster than Ralo. Because Thug ain't did what Ralo did in the streets. Thug never was a kingpin like Ralo. Thug ain't never made the money in the street like Ralo. Like, Thug and them had to become a rapper to get the stuff Ralo had. Thug, the money that Ralo made, these niggas had to become a rapper. The money that OJ Juice Man was making, these niggas had to become a rapper to get that. To see their first $1 million. So how can you compare Young Thug to Ralo? When these niggas ain't never seen that type of money on the scale. But on the rap songs, they make it seem like they big dog. And man, come on, man. Why we ain't saying when Thug seen Ralo every time he was shooting at them? Where the story is at when niggas slapped Ralo or fucked him over or did him dirty dirty, he came back and shot all of them. So let's be honest. When the nigga did Ralo dirty, he came back and shot them all. Where is the stories where a nigga hold Ralo and nigga did this and did that to him? Nigga can't defeat the Aquarius. So yeah, man. That's the truth though. That's the truth. You catalog, yeah, you over Ralo. You catalog hit records, but being a man, being a real one, even a gangster, you lose. Bow down to the Aquarius. Bow down. Bow down. Same thing with Birdman. Bow down to the Aquarius. Bow down to the Aquarius again. You niggas ain't outdid Birdman in no music, selling no records or nothing like that. Bow down. The Aquarius win again. Kevin Gates a superstar. Bow down. A lot of niggas beat his style. Bow down. Shit. Ain't no big dog on this Aquarius. Yeah, Gucci Man. They saying right now, they make a post saying he should be the king of the South. King of Atlanta, I mean. I think the king of the South. Bow down again. Bow down. Nigga, bow down to Michael Jordan. Bow down. Bow down to Oprah. I think Oprah Aquarius. Bow down. Yeah. He was with him. But yeah, man, that's my take on this shit right here, man. Like, no, hold on, Ralo got some more. We gonna keep this shit going. Let's keep this shit going. These niggas ain't real. That's that Courtney Money on that Gucci Man freestyle on that No Pad No Pencil DVD that came out, I think, 07.
People against each other. Like, let's say Lil Baby. Lil Baby got his own mind. He's his own boss, I would imagine, right? How could Thug turn him against you or him against Gunna?
First of all, if you did that, why in the is you so against all rats? Nigga, you talk Kid Cudi. You going super rat crazy, yet you don't want any motherfuckers. Okay, let's just say, Thug, you did make a mistake and tell. Why the you ain't saying, goddamn, Gunna made a mistake? So basically saying, you can make a mistake and do some lying shit, but Gunna can't make a mistake and do some lying shit? Oh, just like you said, it ain't about you telling, it's about who told. Like, come on, man. Like, this shit ain't cool. Like, what he doing is 100% wrong.
Now, the real answer, when academics ask, how could Thug make Lil Baby flip on you? To me, I don't think that it's sticking to the code and all this shit. I just think they PUSSY. Niggas can't stand on their own. They don't want to go against Thug. They don't want to. But they can use that he told for an excuse. But really, I think niggas ain't man enough to stand up to Thug. I think, of course, Lil Baby come out and be like, can't no nigga tell me to do whatever move I make, I do it on my own. Can't nobody tell me to do this. But I think niggas don't be wanting to go to war. But I would want to be cool with Lil Baby. Ralo still with him, but I would want to be cool with him if I'm him. I feel like if a nigga can make you go against me, and all I mean is good to you, and give you respect, and you won't, if I'm your friend, and you my friend, you won't come to me and get the real facts, and we real tight, but you gonna go that way and believe him, I don't want to fuck with you no more. I ain't gotta want to knock you down, because I love you, but I don't want to fuck with you no more. Just like with T.I. and Boosie. Ever since Boosie did that shit on Vlad, T.I. and Boosie ain't never been the same. Boosie burned that bridge. That's a lot of that's millions of dollars he burned right there. T.I. don't want that album to come out. They got a whole album in the cut, and it'll never come out unless T.I. pass away or some shit like that, or Boosie pass away. Then they may drop it. But T.I. don't want to do it. He burned that bridge. Yeah, they kids still play with each other and stuff like that, but we don't see Boosie and T.I. together no more. You know how much money they could have made? They could have did a TV show. T.I., Tiny, Boosie, and his woman he got right now with the kids. You know how big that would have been? Let alone the music. They could have did streaming. That would have took off. Streaming. Boosie, T.I., Boosie son, T.I. son, Tootie Raw, King, Tiny, and Boosie girl, or fiance, whatever. Man, it would have went up. But Boosie burned the bridge because he didn't get the facts. He didn't call. We supposed to be friends. So I feel like Lil Baby don't deserve to be friends with the Aquarius. Love him from afar. Now he can still apologize and make it right like that, and you can forgive him. And then Ralo, when you forgive, what Allah teach, what Jesus teach. You know a lot of Jesus, y'all. We agree on a lot of things now. If you forgive, you forget. Ralo, if you forgive them, we forget. We don't hold no grudge. So you gotta act like that never happened. You gotta act like that what God do. You gotta act like it never happened. So that's what we're gonna do. When we forgive, we forget. You don't want to go to hell because you're on that Rick Ross shit talking about some God forgive, but I don't. Yeah, dudes like that gonna go to hell. It's a lot of people, it's a lot of Christians in hell right now because they on that God forgive and I don't. No, God forgive and I do too. And I forget. And I forget. So yeah. So same thing, if your girl cheat on you, if you say you forgive her, don't never bring up she cheated on you. Because you ain't forgive her then. You ain't forget it. So nah. So you gonna forgive, forget, drop it. Vice versa with the females. If you gonna stay with the dude that cheat on you, forgive and forget. Don't bring it back up. Move forward. Because we want God to do that for us. We want God to forgive and forget. You don't want to die and you go in front of him judgment day and he's still bringing up old stuff that you did when you was on earth. You want a clean slate. So, y'all, now you can do that. But these dudes don't deserve to be your friend because he could have called you, got to the bottom of it, got the real facts, then made his decision. And then he could have explained to you why I'm doing this because y'all friends. You deserve that. He chose your third side off the back, so I would feel that's P-U-S-S-Y. That's not a man. It wasn't nobody like Cuffy saying it's on that big meat situation. Hey, Ralo put me here. Ralo, it ain't nobody saying that. So, come on. But yeah, man, that's my take. I'm already an hour plus in. That's my take on this conversation, man. If y'all need me to drop more videos, you know, mine gonna be different. All the other bloggers doing their thing, though. But mine gonna be different. Mine gonna be just like this right here. So, if you appreciated this video right here, come to my IG, follow me on there, the_game_spitter. The_game_spitter on Instagram. If you need your credit fixed, the link is in the comment section. Depending on how you want your shit to go, how fast you want your credit fixed, you can either pay $250 and it take about 2 months, between a month and 2 months, or you can pay $500 and get the fast repair. If you need a car in a couple weeks, you need a crib in a couple weeks, and you want to skip the whole line, because y'all gotta think, Boosie promoting this, Tia promoting this, Ferdo Bang promoting this, Boston Richard finna promote and everything. So it's a long line. Then you got other celebrities that promote it, right? So it's a lot of people. If you want to skip all these people, you got to pay the $500. Like with the $250, you can pay $64, and it'll start. With the $500, I think it's $170, $160, somewhere around there. Just hit the link, it'll show you. But yeah, me, I pay the $500 because I ain't trying to be in line. I want to skip the line. I'm VIP in the club. I'm VIP everywhere. When it comes up, you can pay to skip. I'm trying to skip. I used to try to skip the game, but they ain't got nothing but clucks, people that say no AA, fake Asian, Japanese pages, and disgusting looking black women on there. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't just skip the game. Everybody, the white women look disgusting. The Asian, Japanese, they fake. Everybody saying no AA. So yeah. But if you want to skip the line, pay that $500. That link in the comment section. You need that new car. You got to understand what a top tier car will do for you. It start conversations. When you get the certain car, then you start going to the spots where people who can change your life be at. But you got to get that car though if you're on that type of level. But you can always start off with a scat pack. It's a lot of car clubs. In car clubs, it's a lot of people who do stuff different in life, and they connect. What if you get a scat pack and you join the scat pack club, and then you meet somebody that's good with trucking, that's good with, they got connects with the nursing field. They can give you game or connect you with somebody or anything. If you're trying to get a spot and you don't want the house in your name, you know somebody that can get spot. I mean, they'll know somebody that can get you spots, contracts with anything that you do in life, whatever. It's all these people. It's 2,000 members over there. That's 2,000 different people that do shit in life. It could be a plug on the work. If you get a Corvette, you join the Corvette club. You get a Benz, you join the Benz club. Yeah. If you get your credit right and you get this big house, now you live beside different people. You move yourself in a different neighborhood, and now you living beside all these people that's having emotion. If it's too much money, then you need to find a woman or somebody there to go 50-50. If you can pay $2,000 on your own a month, find somebody who can pay $2,000 too, and y'all get a spot that's $4,000, and now y'all can get a spot downtown in a high rising, and y'all can have all that connection down there and network. And y'all still paying $2,000 a month, but y'all got a $4,000 pay. So if you can pay $2,500 a month, now y'all can get something that's $5K. Now y'all can network. You got to think like that. And then whatever, you can pay $1,500 on your own. Find somebody who can pay $1,500. Now you can get a spot that's $3K. That's a nice house. You get your nice house for $3K. You see what I'm saying? So you got to do like that. It ain't a lifetime thing. Tell your girl, hey man, we can live like this. We need to come together. And we both can save money and live top tier. And flex on everybody. Y'all want to flex on everybody. We need to work together. So yeah, man, start by getting your credit right. Hit that link in the comment section. You understand splash that? If you want to donate to the channel, $The Game Spitter. Just The Game Spitter. And the spitter is spelled SPITTA. The Game Spitter. So go in the bio and you'll see that. Not the 704 no more, just The Game Spitter. You understand? So he was with him. Go. This video right here is brought to you by EliFixCredit.com. Hey man, say man, this the deal of the year right here. To all my fans, my following, my supporters, anybody who rock with me, this the best way I can help you. This the best game I done gave since I done started the YouTube, really, because this right here gonna turn your situation all the way up. Tony the Closer. He just teamed up with Eli. And guess what they doing right now, man? If your credit starts with a 4, 5, or 6, I'm telling you right now, stop playing. I'm talking late payments. I'm talking collections. I'm talking evictions. I'm talking repos, charge-offs, all that stuff, man. He taking all that off your credit, and it ain't taking 6 months, a year, 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, none of that stuff. I'm saying you're going to see results in 4, 5 days. Let me tell y'all again, because I don't think you heard me. I'm saying he's showing y'all results in 4, 5, 6, 7 business days. And he only charging y'all $250. And he guaranteeing you funding. And if you want business credit, he charges $500 and he can guarantee you 6-figure funding. If he don't keep his word, if he don't show you results with 4, 5, 6, 7 days, and then the big results in like 2 to 3 weeks, he'll give you money back and give you $100. I say he'll give you $250 back and give you $100 for playing with you, for playing with your top. Same thing if you decide to go the business route and you want business credit fixed and you need trade lines, primaries, you got it all. If you're an artist and you need funding and ain't no labels reaching out to you, you want that big bag, you need to holler at Eli. Pay the $250, pay the $500, fix your credit, build your credit, add some primaries and trade lines. Oh, that's a different fee. Add some trade lines and primary, and y'all take this to the bank and get your funding. and take off with your rap career, your R&B career, your movie career, whatever you got going on, your restaurant, your barbershop, your truck driving business, your hair salon. So I'm telling y'all, man, like, y'all know we in America. They only care about credit. Credit is king these days. This ain't the streets. Cash is king in the streets. But this is real life, the real world. So credit is what you need. You got a 4, 5, 6. You can't get that apartment. You making the money, but you still can't get the apartment you want. You can't get that house you want. You can't get that car you want because you ain't reached out to Tony the Closer, or you ain't reached out to Eli and paid the $250. And then you ain't even got to pay the $250 up front. You can just pay $64 today, and you can team up with Zip, and you can do 4 payments. So $64 a day if you get approved. So $64 a day if you team up with Zip and you get approved, and then you got 4 payments. So you ain't even got to come out of pocket all the way to $250. 64, he gonna get to work. As soon as you pay the 64, you get approved with Zip, he gonna get to work. So by the time you probably pay all your $250, you're already seeing results. If it don't work, if I'm capping, or you feel like this is a scam, like the other fake internet dudes be doing, they be taking your money, you got to pay all this buku money. He give me your money back and give me your $100. And he ain't taking all day, so it ain't gonna take that long to get your money back. He only got a week to show you the results, and then about 2 or 3 weeks to show you the big results. So how you gonna lose? I'm telling you, the link in the bio. Y'all go over there, either have your $64 ready or your $250, and fix your credit. Take them 500 scores, 600 scores, take it to 750, 780, 800. Get you some trade line primaries. Fix your business credit. Man, get with the program, man. That's EliFixCredit.com. That's EliFixCredit.com. If you still can't find it, go to Tony the Closer IG, Tony the Closer _ That's his IG, at Tony the Closer _ Go over there, subscribe to him. He ain't. Come to his DM, tell him the Game Spitter sent you, and say you need that credit score plug. And if you need the game on the real estate, you already know. I'm gonna drop that link too. So man, y'all tap in. He was with him. Go.
I'm just tripped out right now, man. And I don't like to put people in my business, especially my financial business. But I got to tell y'all about this. So about a year, maybe 8, 9 months ago, I started working with a credit repair company to get my credit right. I already had worked with a couple. They didn't do nothing. But this one, we were seeing some progress. But again, it took a year and a half to make the progress that we made. So that progress looked like I probably started around about low 500s across all 3 bureaus. And we got one of them up to about the mid 600s. And the other 2 really hadn't made any progress. They was still around the mid 500s. So I just got impatient and I said, screw it. I came across Eli and I didn't know what to expect. And I still would say on my wildest dreams, I didn't expect this. In 30 days, he took my credit scores from what I just told you, mid 500s to mid 600 on the highest one, to this being my lowest, from the mid 500s, right? These 2 right here, now 748, 756. And the one that was in the, I think 660 or something like that, mid 600s, going on the upper 600s, 816. But he did it in 30 days. I don't know if y'all hear me. I spent over a year and a half, thousands of dollars with another company after wasting my money before that. And this ain't a screenshot. I don't know if y'all can see the date right here. It says May 5th. And the last refresh of mine was 502. $90,000, $93,000 in debt wiped off my credit report in 30 days. 100+ point jump across all 3 bureaus, even the one that wasn't that bad, in 30 days. So if you even been thinking about getting your credit repaired, this is your sign to stop stalling, because I don't really know how he's going to be this effective and still have any type of capacity or availability to keep working with people. But just take it from me. Matter of fact, don't take it from me. Take it from my FICO score. Let me just read, because I know some people do screenshots and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't want y'all to think this is cap. I don't want y'all to think this is cap. Let me see if I can find my name. It's not logged into nobody else's stuff. Excuse my internet. Come on. Not logged into nobody else's stuff. No, I don't want y'all to see the addresses and stuff. Y'all can see here at the bottom. Yeah, this is me, current day results, receipts. So again, if you've been thinking about getting your credit repaired with anybody else, you're about to do yourself a huge disservice. Waste a whole lot of money, waste probably a year plus on waiting for them to get you incremental results. When this dude, he ain't even finished because he's a perfectionist. But his incremental ain't their incremental. This is just the progress update. We ain't even done. We ain't even got to the business funding yet. But if you want to get your credit repaired.
Good morning, y'all. I gotta give a shout out to my man, Eli. That's my dog. He got an OD right now. We going for so much funding right now. I ain't want to worry about a thing. You need credit. I didn't need credit repair. I needed funding. But to get funding, you got to get your credit score very high. Holla at my man Eli. I'm telling you, holla at my man Eli. Your credit is the only way you're going to be able to survive in the future. Especially if you want to have investments, business, whatever you want to believe, whatever your dream is, starts here, bro. Get some funding and chase it. But you got to get your credit right. Hit them up, man.
Hey, I wanted to take a second to give a huge shout out to Eli. Signed my mom up for credit repair with him because we had tried 3 or 4 other people. We've been working for over 2 years to try to get a couple of collections removed from her credit report, and literally no one was able to help us. We've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on this and just kept getting no results. I found Eli, happened to run across his page on Instagram, and reached out to him, signed up. It's been less than 30 days, and both of those collections are off of her credit report. So I just want to, again, say thank you so much. And I definitely would highly recommend him and his team if you're looking for someone who can actually get the job done.
I've been working with Eli on my credit repair for the last couple months. And in just 2 weeks, he was able to get all the negative items deleted off of my Experian credit report. As you can see here, the negative items have all been deleted. So if you are in need of credit repair, I highly recommend Eli's services.